Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's Mike from sneakerhistory.com, and we are back with another video. Guys, thank you so much for dropping back by. If you haven't done so already, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. We are just about to that 700 mark. I think we're at 663 right now as we're speaking. So let's go ahead and push it over to that next level. We're trying to get to 1,000 before the end of the summer. And of course, if you like what you're seeing, hit the like button, leave a comment. That's gonna help us get through that crazy YouTube algorithm to get more people in front of the video. So hopefully they like them as well. All right, guys, if you need to catch me outside of YouTube, you can find me on Instagram and Twitter at MadWatcher789. And of course, you can find me on the Sneaker History Podcast and sneakerhistory.com. All right, everyone, so today we are looking at something really cool. I think you guys should be watching this on the 28th. The shoe will actually be dropping, or let's just say set of shoes should be dropping on the 29th. And this is actually a gift from the good people over at Reebok. And I'm just gonna jump into it because it's part of one of my favorite franchises, the collaboration that is, since I was a kid. I mean, I know you guys probably have seen like different toys and things around, you know, the videos, and it kind of falls right into that. It's something that I think if I would have saw this 20 years ago as a kid, I definitely would have been, you know, begging my parents for a pair of these. And with that, I'm actually gonna have a special guest a little later to help me talk about the shoe, because I think getting that perspective as well as my perspective, I think it's gonna, you know, give you just a bigger picture of it, just kind of see how cool it really is. Now, you know, we're just gonna get into it, and the first thing we're gonna show you is the box, because I only have one of the boxes, so I have one of the shoes, but it's a 6-piece collaboration or 6-piece set that we'll put together. If you guys know, you know already, but this is the Power Rangers collaboration with Reebok. Now, this piece of the box, I had to show the box first before I brought the shoe up because the box is its own thing. This is the chest piece of the Megazord from the original Mighty Morphin Power Ranger show. And if you get every one of the shoes in a part of the collection, you can see like the notches in the arms and head area. You can put a Megazord together, and you can see right here kind of how to put everything together. They show you kind of an outline when you get every shoe to put them all together. But the particular shoe we're looking at today is going to be the Question Mid in the Megazord colorway.
Megazord color on!
So I'll put a picture up here of the whole collection. Each shoe that's in the collection represents a Ranger and their Zord, so it's supposed to represent a piece of the Megazord. And with the question here, this is actually going to be the completed product, the completed Zord. So again, I'll put a picture here if you guys aren't familiar with that. I'm pretty sure most people are, but there's a picture of the Megazord, and this is the question. Now, this question is going to really just take those different pieces of the take the pieces of that really iconic robot from the Power Rangers and put them together into a sneaker that's kind of mismatched but kind of not. As we all know, or at least again most of us know, that the Megazord is comprised of dinosaurs or Dinozords, and it's going to be the Triceratops, Saber-Tooth Tiger, Mastodon, Pterodactyl, and Tyrannosaurus Rex. And you're going to have all those in some way or form represented in the sneaker, because the colors of the Megazord are going to be like the yellow, black, red, blue. That's the predominant colors of it, along with the silver. So you know what, let's just jump into the shoe and really get into it, because there's a lot to really break down here. Because first things first, we're going to look at the toe. The toe of the question is probably one of the most iconic pieces of it, so it's the best place to start. We'll start here, and the reason I'm bringing both shoes up is because you're going to have on the right shoe the yellow piece representing the yellow Saber-Tooth Tiger, which is the foot of the Megazord, and on the left you have the blue Triceratops Zord, so that's represented here to give you that real feel of what you're wearing, to give you a really kind of authentic, that real pop culture look, making sure we pay tribute to both sides of the Megazord, which is really cool. Now, we can bring back just one shoe now. We're going to have the black here. You have that M that's always there. I'm honestly not sure if it stood for Megazord or what, but it's going to be there, and that's going to represent the Mastodon, the Black Ranger Zord. And you're going to have black on both the lateral and medial side here. Now, you're going to also see there are some Japanese characters. Now, if you didn't know already, Power Rangers was based off a show from Japan called Super Sentai, and Saban actually took the footage from that show and created Power Rangers here as we know it in America. So all like the fight scenes from the original first few seasons, I guess, were all taken from pieces of the Super Sentai show, and then we put the American actors in there to give it the whole storyline again. Now, you're gonna have the silver pieces. Again, it is a robot, so you're gonna have the silver around it. And everything here is gonna be a synthetic. I don't think there's any true, like, genuine leather on the shoe, if I'm not mistaken, especially looking at the tag as well. I don't think there's any synthetic. But you're gonna have a couple different design cues here. Just some design pieces on the heel within that silver and gold, or yeah, like a gold color. Just on both sides of the ankle collar here. Again, done up in that silver piece. Now, you're gonna have your normal question tongue done in that kind of open cell mesh. You're gonna have the red top done here in a, again, synthetic leather material which you're gonna have your Reebok logo done here in that yellow accent color with some yellow piping around the top and a little bit of white piping at the bottom there. Now, one thing that's a detail of the question I have not seen in any other question mid at least, and I have a couple floating around here, and I just like to compare. So let's, oh, there we go, we got one right here that's open. So traditionally, the tongue doesn't have one of those little lace loops to stabilize it, but this one does, and I really do like that. I kind of hope they kind of decide to incorporate that more, but it's a stitched on little lace loop to stabilize the tongue to make sure it's not going side to side. So I think that's really cool. I wonder if they're toying with that idea with some more questions down the line. Now we get into the sneaker itself. Within the inside, that is going to be just a black material, just I guess kind of a mesh, but it's kind of like dimpled. So if I'll get closer pictures for you guys, of course. It's kind of dimpled inside, gonna give it kind of almost like more of an upgraded look. Same feel as you would get. It's just a smoother material they use again for that mesh. And kind of the big thing we want to get out, of course, I always have struggles with the insoles, but we're gonna get them out today. And insole of the left shoe here is going to have all 5 Rangers with a couple different phrases here going on with each of them. So we have that listed out, which is really cool. Reebok has been really, really good about, with the collaborations, putting just these awesome insoles in here, just telling more of the story. Things like, again, the Despicable Me shoe, which is probably just, I feel like to me started it all when it came to collaborations. I guess last year they just really went in and just made it a point to tell these stories, from the gridiron pair, I guess they went to collaboration, but Hot Ones, there we go. That's another one where they made sure to tell a story in the shoe as well. So we'll put this one in, and let's see if there's anything different on. Oh, I think there is. Let's check this one out too. So on the right shoe, looks like we have a little bit of difference here. And again, it's just a pain in the side to get insoles out, but we'll get it out for the video. Oh, cool. So look, we have a picture done up with the Megazord, looks like in the middle of a battle here. Got some buildings blowing up. Again, that Japanese script around it. Again, paying homage to the origin of where Power Rangers comes from. So I'm gonna put these back in the shoe here. And honestly, I can't remember the year anniversary Power Rangers is on. I feel like they just celebrated 25 years not too long ago. So I'm not sure exactly how this came about. Maybe they were hoping to get this out before then or at the same time, but didn't really quite say it. I don't think they're really, maybe not paying tribute to a certain time frame of the show being around, but cool nonetheless. Now as we go down to the midsole, all done in the matte black color, and we're gonna have where the hexalite representation is gonna be red hexalite with like yellow accents. So you guys will be able to see it both here on the lateral and medial side. But if we look at the left shoe, there's one difference on one of the pods. Again, just has some of the same markings you typically see on the Megazord. Now, if we get down to the bottom of the sneaker, the outsole, so we get that insole back in first though, guys, struggling. We're gonna have kind of a solid gray outsole, but it has like glitter in it. Yeah, it has like some sparkles to it. So I get a closer look again for you guys to check it out, but you're gonna have those little glittery accents in it. Reebok done up in blue. You're gonna have the yellow Reebok logo, the vector logo here, and you're gonna have again your hexalite done up in the red with the yellow accents. But the shoe itself, I'm really stoked on it. Again, it's been one of my favorite franchises as a kid, and I mean to this day I still watch it. I get my son to watch it, so it's really cool to just kind of see how far it's come in that time frame. And oh yeah, one thing I forgot to mention, the piece actually came with the sword. I guess if I were able to get the arms and everything, I can have the sword in his hand. But again, really cool. A lot of attention to detail. Yeah, just a good shoe. Some of the best packaging I've seen. I now want to collect all of them. I know for a fact that I want to get the Nano. It's the workout shoe, but it's done up in the Black Rangers Mastodon colorway. So that one's really kind of in my wish list for next pickups. But again, I want to thank Reebok for sending these over. I really do appreciate that. But before we finish up today, I have a special guest for you guys. So give me just a minute. I'll go get them and bring them onto the camera. Back to action. All right, guys. So I came back with my special guest. This is my son. Son, tell him your name.
Davian.
All right, this is my son, Davian. So I wanted to bring him in because you guys heard me say that, as he's been growing up, he's 7 years old now. He's getting big, and he's starting to watch Power Rangers as well. So they have the new ones, of course. I've really been trying to get into the old ones, like, the shoe we're talking about. But what was really cool, we saw that they actually made this sneaker in a kid size as well. So able to snag him a pair. So you guys can see it here. We got a right shoe. We got a left shoe. done it the same way. I mean, let me grab mine real fast. You guys can see they are pretty similar. Of course, some kids' shoes are different. Like these aren't gonna have like the hexalite on the representation on the outside, but there's still hexalite cushioning in them, looks like, according to the outsole. So you see they're both very, very similar. I guess the only difference is something I forgot to point out in the initial look is you have the power coin in the back where the typical 3 symbol is here, and you don't quite have it on the kid shoe, but that's not unheard of. It's pretty typical for a kid shoe just to be a little bit different. But we're gonna look at the shoe. So, David, do you like Power Rangers?
Yes.
Yeah? Do you like the shoe?
Yes.
All right, cool, man. So, what is your favorite part about the shoe?
The
The silver part?
Yeah, the silver part.
Cool, man. So, why do you like the silver part?
Because it's actually silver.
The silver? So you like it look like a robot?
Yeah.
Perfect. Yeah, man. So that's why I like them too. Look at the Power Rangers big robot. Now, what do you think about? Oh, don't fall. What do you think about the box? The box is pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, it's part of the robot. So if we get all the shoes, we can put it together. We can make. Oh, I'm breaking the box, guys. We can make the big robot. So we gotta tell mommy to buy us all the shoes, so we can make the big robot and have it stand up in the office. They're pretty cool, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So, all right, guys. So no, I want to bring that up as well because if there's any other Power Rangers fans out there who are old like me, who have kids, it's cool to get them involved, get them a pair of shoes too. So they have them both again in kids and adult sizes. They should be coming out on the 29th. So you guys should be watching this on the 28th again. It comes out that Tuesday. And just go get them from Reebok.com. Again, thank you Reebok for sending those kicks out to us. Really do appreciate that. And yeah, man. So anything you want to tell them? Tell them to subscribe. Tell them to come watch my channel.
Subscribe and watch Daddy channel.
You heard them. So go ahead and subscribe. And until next time, guys. See ya.